Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Doerr, Chicago intuitive and psychic medium. Today's my birthday, and I'm celebrating with Linda Grindel.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's not
Our
a hello
birthday.
from-
Our birthday boy, and the queen has arrived.
Oh, Blanche, I love it. Queen Blanche.
Blanche, he calls me Blanche, and Dan thought that was hysterical. He calls you Blanche? I said, hell yeah, because I am a Blanche.
You are the queen. I am the princess in training.
I love your shirt. Is that a new shirt? Or is that?
I got this in St. Croix, and so yeah, I got a thing. I got a message here from YouTube. It says Adine F says, "Happy birthday, Mel. You know we'll be wearing our Aloha shirts while watching you."
Yeah. Everybody, if you don't get it on, go run and put them on right now. Right now.
There we go. I just ask everybody today to take a moment to send peace to the Ukrainian people, but also to send them courage to stand up and fight.
Yes.
So
apparently they're really encircling the Russians. Did you see that?
No, I haven't watched today.
The Russians are stuck because the ones they thought they were going to go in and take over a few cities, and they're surrounding them.
I also see like the Ukrainians working with other people to blow up railroads and things like that, so the Russians can't get their supplies through. So Putin can't get his supplies through.
Also, by the way, Putin has fired his chef. Now, this is on Twitter from a good source. You can't take it to the bank, but for entertainment purposes only. Don't you think it's interesting he fired his chef?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Putin fired his chef.
Probably because he found out he's trying to poison him. Maybe he was underground so long because he had face work done. You know, his face looked kind of bloated. It looks like he's had a facelift or something.
Could be.
He should have got a body lift. Anyway, okay. So Adine wants to know, do we see Justice Clarence Thomas leaving this summer or fall or anytime this year? We've answered that before, but I'll answer it again. Go ahead, Linda.
He's not going to go now. He's sick, but I don't know if he's gone home yet. But this is the beginning of something. I feel this infection is the beginning of something.
So do I.
And that he might even have something permanent coming up here.
And
I don't know if he'll die, and we're not wishing that at all, or it's like death is at his doorstep. So he might be fighting something, but I see him stepping down because he's weak. And I'll tell you, that wife of his makes him weak too.
well, I'm picking up his health isn't good as well. I've said that for a while.
Me too.
Someone else whose health isn't good is Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
But I think with Ginny Thomas, it came out that she lied about that whole January 6th thing. And so my feeling is I see her in hot water. I don't know if when he's off the court or whatever, but I'm asking my guides about him leaving the court and they show me the number 1, but you know, that could be, it could be 1 day, 1 week, 1 month.
Yeah, 1 year.
Right.
But also, I think the stress, this is what I was feeling, that with all this with his wife, he believes in his wife too, by the way. It's not like he's like against it, but all this stuff coming out, I think some words were said by Justice Thomas, like, dude, you're making us look bad, tell your wife to stand down. But I just feel like he's under a lot of stress, and that brought out his illness.
I'm sure some of the justices told him to stop, to stand out.
Yes. Prayers for everybody in Mississippi. My cousin just wrote that there's tornadoes in Mississippi.
Yeah, Linda just told me that she got it from your cousin down there. I just got back from Kentucky and I think they were having.
How was the weather there?
Well, it was beautiful. I mean, yesterday here in Chicago, it was 74 and I drove back from Louisville yesterday. It's about a 6-hour drive and it was beautiful down there. It was like in the 70s, but this is tornado season starting down there. So let's
Texas, my cousin, there was a lot of lightning, but Elgin, Texas got hit. There's a lot of tornadoes in Texas yesterday. Fortunately, no one was killed.
Maybe they're trying to tell Governor Abbott something.
Well, this is part of the reason we're all focused on all this stuff. We're about ready to come together to save each other during monstrous storms.
I agree. There's a lot more monstrous storms coming. So, you know, we've got to band together to stop climate change. And also a lot of people here, well, the small group of Trumplicans, they'll never be with the rest of us, but we're all banding together against Putin.
Right.
And so anyway, so let's all send take a moment to send energy to the people of Mississippi.
That's where my grandma was born.
That they'll be safe.
Isaiah, Mississippi.
Okay. All righty. So Adrienne, thank you, Linda and Mel, for bringing us much needed comfort and info. Well, that's our job, really, right, Linda?
Right. That's the reason. Remember, my guide said, you'll help calm people down.
And you told me that when you encouraged me to start my YouTube channel.
Yeah, because you're good, Mel. I have a lot of feedback that people are saying, oh my God. I've had a lot of people have had readings from you and said, oh my God, he's good.
Thank you. Well, you were amazing when you read me. And so people that have read you that I've sent loved it too. So
hey, it's 86 degrees out here.
Oh my God. It's like 44 here.
86 degrees.
Wow. It's barbecue weather.
I don't go out in the heat.
I know.
If it was 70, I'd barbecue, but I'm not going out in the heat.
See, I do because I'm from the South, but
right.
Okay. Thank you, Linda, for bringing us much needed comfort and info. Will the Ukrainians get the equipment and our planes they need to be able to stop most of the incoming missiles and bombs soon?
Yes. In fact, right now, they're getting some missile stuff that can, was it yesterday? I did a live reading. It was Sunday. And I told everybody, I saw them having some sort of missile system that actually hits those ships that have been sending missiles at them.
Right.
And do you know, just today, General Petraeus was saying, we have this that apparently they're getting ready to get, which is this missile system that blows up missiles on a ship.
Yeah, I see that help going to the Ukrainians as well. And so, you know, I don't know if Russia will look at that as an act of aggression, but you know, how can Putin really say anything because he's asking the Syrians and the Chinese for help? So,
right. Oh, this is where he got really upset. China said no, they don't want to be involved with this.
Well, outwardly they said no. I wonder how much.
No, that's why he's acting so cray-cray. That's why he fired his chef. He thinks everybody's after him.
What does that sound like, him firing everybody? Doesn't that sound like Cheeto Head?
Yeah, but it's Putin too. He fired his top level people. He's going through people like crazy.
I asked what was going on with Poopkin, and I do Tarot when I'm with you because I like it, but I grabbed this. I pulled the 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion, and confusion. Ooh. Which will bring him down.
Well, he thought he was all that in a cup of tea.
He certainly did.
That's like me trying to wear a bikini on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Some people can do it, some people can't.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not out there very long before I start smelling bacon, and then I'm like done.
Well, Poopkin can't wear a bikini on the beach, that's for sure.
He likes to be shirtless, though.
Nubs, he probably stuffs his bikini.
Never mind. So, okay, where else are we going?
Okay, where are we now? Clean it up, Blanche.
Entertainment purposes only, everybody.
There you go. Well, everybody can get a good laugh today, right?
Right.
All righty. It's Laura says, happy birthday, Mel. Thank you, and Linda, for all the work you do.
Oh, thank you guys. It's not work, it's fun.
This is fun. Oh, okay. This is a good one. Skybird. I love that name, Skybird.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Skybird before.
Happy birthday, Mel, and many more. Thank you. Are the funds raised and stacks of medical supplies, etc., getting to the intended Ukrainians? Says Marge.
Well, yes and no. I do see the Russians. I forgot my little light. I do see the Russians out there starting stealing. Did you see that Russian that was dead drunk in the gutter? He was so drunk they couldn't even get him up. He stole the alcohol from the store. Well, the Russians are starving too. And apparently
Yep.
Russia can't feed them.
No, because their field rations were like 7 years old and they were nasty. They couldn't even eat them.
I didn't even know that.
Yep. I've read about that, but
I believe it.
I think a lot of the funds are getting to the Ukrainian people. You're right. You know, Putin might have his troops stealing some of them.
But not enough.
No, we need to send more. I'd like to go to Poland and volunteer for a week or two.
That's what I'd like to do too.
I'll find out how to do it. There's one called the World Central Kitchen, but I'll do some research and let you know, because
they are so overwhelmed. And you know what? The United States isn't really opening up their doors. Some guy on the news said, we have so many rules and regulations. I said, well, you need to stand down and make an opening so folks can come out here.
I think they will. I told Gary we would sponsor somebody in our home. I wouldn't mind that, you know.
Right.
But I'll find out about.
I wouldn't sponsor them in my house, but I'd pitch a tent in my backyard. I'm just kidding. Now, I have a spare room, like especially for a child. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a whole family could fit in here, but if I had some more properties, I had property in Oklahoma. We could take 2 people probably. Anyway, I'll find out either in Poland or Budapest. I think there are people in Budapest that are volunteering as well. So awesome. Yeah, find out. But the thing is, when you don't speak the language, and
well,
Mel, you're so hard of hearing as it is.
What? I mean, what?
What? Oh,
I know. Even with my hearing aids, huh?
What do you mean? I lost my earring.
I did what?
No, you lost your hearing, not your earring.
That was good.
I did that once with my sister. My mom and my sister said something to me, and I said, "What? I lost my earring." They were saying, "What's wrong with you? Did you lose your hearing?"
I lost my earring.
My earring.
Most people there speak English. A lot of them do. So, I mean, I'm sure that there might be a little communication barrier, but
what I was surprised was the universities in Ukraine. I was surprised about all the universities. They're such artistic. These were beautiful, beautiful people. A lot of students came in from Africa. A lot of people came in there to learn doctorates and everything.
Right. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. NBQ 201. That sounds like C3PO or something. I don't know. Okay. Happy birthday, Mel. Thank you. I would like to know, what I would like to know is, what were Russian oligarch Leonard Blavatnik's 2 private jets doing landing in New York and West Palm Beach, Florida a day ago? Was it former Trump related, i.e. passing money, messages, and documents?
Yes, it was Trump related. And I didn't realize that it happened. Where did this person hear this at?
I'm sorry?
It wasn't on the news. It wasn't on Twitter.
I don't know where this person found it at. It says this oligarch is worth billions and lives in the UK and has both UK-US passports. It is highly suspect. These jets are owned by a bank trust in Utah. Wow.
Damn.
I see them. Well, you know, I don't know if they can confiscate their stuff just because they're Russian oligarch. I don't.
Let me tell you, the oligarchs are mostly the ones that want Putin to stand down.
Oh yeah.
Because he's costing them money.
Oh, who's that one oligarch that he threw in jail and the guy lost everything? And
oh, I remember there were so many stories about what he does. And they just gave our Navalny another 9 years for some crap about fraud or something. Don't worry, Navalny's going to get out sooner than later.
He's not going to stay in prison that long.
No.
They're just trying, you know, they're using him as example, the same as they're using that.
But Navalny isn't that upset, and I know why, because he can feel it. He can feel what's getting ready to happen.
Well, you know, the longer he's in jail, what happens is it kind of makes him a martyr, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes.
But I asked what's going on inside of Russia with the Russian people, and look what's coming up.
Battling. They're all battling amongst themselves.
against Putin. I'm sure there are people there that like him, but the majority, I'm sure, of Russians don't like him.
Right.
My friend tells me that her cousin in Moscow is driving to get out of Russia. A lot of Russians are leaving.
Oh, that's what I heard. If you middle class,
But I do think, back to MBQ's question, yes, that it had something to do with the former guy. And but they're probably, I think as long as his jet didn't come from Russia, there's not a lot they could do about it, but I'm sure they're looking into his things.
right?
A lot's going to come out about how Trump colluded with Putin in 2016. A
Well, we've
lot
been
more of
talking
that's
about
going
that.
to come out. And I'm sure that Trump is still on the phone with Putin. I'm sure that some of our secrets have been, a lot of them have been leaked to Putin. And I think, in this administration, Biden is probably getting his people together saying, we got to change this, we got to change that, da, 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 da. I'm sure they're acting like they don't know the Biden administration, but they do. So you know what I think, Linda? I think they're letting Putin think that he knows A, but they've changed A to B without letting Putin know that.
Okay, okay.
That makes
Now
sense.
listen, CNN is pushing out that apparently the Putin spokesperson conceived Russia hasn't yet achieved its aims in the Ukraine and says Russia could face nuclear options.
Wow.
And I also heard today by the generals, if they do biological weapons, that they will get hit nuclear wise. We will be in World War III.
Well, if he uses biological weapons, he would say that they were sanctioned by the US and made there by the Ukrainians, and we're the one that turned it against them. But
it doesn't matter what he says, we will go into World War
oh, I agree. But I'm just thinking, if there's nuclear weapons, nobody's going to win. I don't know. I just don't see it coming to that. I mean,
this guy's saying it. They asked him, hey, what reasons would Moscow use nukes? And this Moscow guy said, I can't even say existential. How do you say that?
Existential
Threat. Well, that's a threat to our country. We're not hitting them; they're hitting Ukraine.
Correct.
So how is that a threat to Russia? We're just stopping them from killing the Ukrainians.
Exactly. And if he uses nuclear weapons in Ukraine, he's doing the old Soviet, he was in the KGB. So he's using the old Soviet thing of, just annihilate and destroy everything. That's what he's trying to do. But if he uses nukes in Ukraine, I mean, there's not going to be anything left for him to take over. And the Ukrainian people, even if he uses nukes, they will continue to fight. They're not going to stop.
I know. And the other thing is, you talk about the food they gave their people that was old and rancid. Their nukes are old too. Their nukes are real old. And so some of them won't have the fighting power that they thought they would. Because nuclear weapons will get old. Not that they can't be used, but they get where they're not as powerful.
You can't put anything past Putin when he threatens to use nuclear weapons. But I think, my guide showed me like his finger on the button, but before that happened, somebody's grabbing his hand and there's
I saw that. I had the dream too about the nuke exploding in the air.
Right.
But I have had people writing me left and right saying April 4th. Apparently it's the beginning of the end of the world. I'm like, what? I threw the cards. I didn't see anything.
I don't see that either. In fact, let me pull a card here real quick. Okay, I pulled the 5 of Pentacles.
We might have some money issues.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere the stock market.
So will Russia. But, I think this shows a lot of the Russian people out in the cold too, because of Putin. Or Putin out in the cold. I'm just not feeling anything.
Yeah, it feels like it's there. Maybe it's even money wise that we're really, if we're struggling now. $6 a gallon out here.
Right.
Meat is $35 a package at Costco. I was at Costco today. everything is really expensive.
Well, a lot of that is price gouging. And Elizabeth Warren is sponsoring a bill to crack down on that.
Good.
So
Somebody was saying they didn't think Biden would choose Harris again for the next time. I said, no, he'll take it.
he'll take her.
Somebody was like, I think he'll put in Elizabeth Warren. No,
No, they need her.
I like her, but no.
They need Elizabeth Warren in the Senate.
Yeah.
Okay. Regina O'Flaherty. How German is that? I'm teasing. Hello, Regina O'Flaherty. Okay, this is a really good one. My question for both of you is, what is happening to the Ukrainian people from Mariupol that have been sent against their will to Russia by Russian troops?
Yes, is that true?
I'm sure it is. They probably put them in detainment camps and probably then at some point send them to the gulags, to Siberia. But, I see a lot of them escaping as well.
Well, he's not going to be in power much longer.
No.
And all those Russians that they took away, some even holding blank signs with nothing on it.
Right.
Did you see that? They were taking them away.
Right, exactly.
All those families are waiting to get their children out or loved ones out. And I'm going to tell you, they're not going to put up with Putin doing this.
Did you see that rally Putin had and he paid people to attend? Sounds like stuff like Cheeto did.
Cheeto did. And they told them they had to get off work and they were told they had to report there. And if they didn't, they'd be fired.
Right. Somebody asked, talking about Cheeto Head, like if he were president, he would have done this. If Cheeto Head were president, he would have let Putin just march right through Ukraine and wouldn't have done a thing.
I know that Judge Janine Pirro.
Oh,
let me tell you something. When Donald Trump was president, Putin wouldn't have got away with this stuff like Biden's doing. He wouldn't have laid down like Biden's doing. Oh, he would have given them the keys.
And she's got brown on her nose because Trump stopped real quick. Give me a break.
Yeah.
I heard her, she's so, I never watched her show because she was so she was so, ugh. And, she was kind of anti-gay, but then all of a sudden, when it helped her politically, oh, I am so, for gay rights. And I thought, she's a big shot. She thinks she's a big shot at Fox, but she'll catch her Waterloo too.
Yeah.
Notice Trump didn't make her a federal judge.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Or a judge.
Do you think she thought he would do that for her?
Oh, I think she thought that she would, rise up above and beyond. But, she's going to have her fall too. And what about Marjorie Taylor Greene? She was at like a Proud Boy or some kind of ultra-right Nazi fascist rally. And they were chanting something like Putin, Putin. And then she came out publicly against Putin, but she had been at a rally like that the week before.
They speak on both sides of their mouths.
Well,
sort of like China does.
Well, I think what's happening is a lot of their hypocrisy is coming to light even more with this Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So what happened to the Ukrainian people? She says she's a European, and here's a good one. This is the same Regina O'Flaherty. She wants to know the treaty that guaranteed Ukraine's independence by the U.S., Russia, and UK in exchange for surrendering their nuclear weapons to Russia. That's right. And she said it's not being upheld.
It's not being upheld.
Russia blatantly violated this with the unprovoked invasion of sovereign Ukraine.
They're doing crimes against humanity. The international courts now have told them to cease. And why are we sitting there? They're so scared about them claiming to do nukes, but it's over for Russia. We do nukes, it's over. So it could be over for us too, but it's over.
Well, this is reminiscent of when, Hitler had a non-aggression pact with Stalin. And then once Hitler got what he wanted, he went ahead and invaded Russia. And he would have won Russia, except the winter bogged him down. And so Putin is doing the same. Putin is doing the same thing. I remember that treaty when, Ukraine surrendered its nuclear weapons when they became a sovereign country.
Yeah.
And I remember that treaty, and Regina, you're right. It really needs to be reinforced.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
I know we're giving them a lot of money, and I know we're giving them a lot of weapons.
Yes, we are.
But I will tell you, I feel down the road, when history is written, there'll be some anger at the United States.
My husband just got home from work. Hi, Gare. I'm doing it.
Hi, Gary.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
How you do?
He can come and say hi. You don't have to crawl. He usually crawls by when we're doing a show.
You should get a package today.
Oh, okay.
So how long are you guys gonna be gone for dinner?
Not long, maybe an hour and a half.
If I get a notice, I'll text you and say it's at your house.
Here, say hi to Linda.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Linda.
Say hi to the
How are you?
audience.
Are you guys gonna put your tuxes on for dinner?
No way. How about my sweatpants?
Oh, you're going through the drive-through?
McDonald's.
I had a guy ask me out one time when I was a nurse, bugging me and bugging me. And I finally said, fair, I have to bring clothes to change into. So he said, I want to take you to something at the beach, or I thought it was a new seafood restaurant, something at the beach. And I was like, oh, okay. And I got dressed up and I meet him out his car and he drives me to the wharf in Berkeley and opens up a can of something on the beach. It's some alcoholic drink.
Oh my God. Was it Suns on the Beach?
It's some beach drink that I didn't even know existed.
Uh,
But I thought he meant he was taking me to eat at some restaurant at the Berkeley Marina.
Something just came, Linda. Let me get, hey, Gary, can I have the scissors? I'll open this. It might be from you. I don't know. We'll see. It says,
Who's it from?
it doesn't say.
Does it say in the return address, Biash?
It says Blanche. But Gary's bringing me scissors here. I'll let you open that. We'll see what it is. Hold on a second, Linda.
Is it a good size box or?
Yeah, it's about like that. I'll show you the box. Hold on.
Okay,
We're opening it.
okay. Wouldn't that be cool if that was it? And you got something else coming too.
Oh, hold on a second. It looks. Oh, I like this packaging. This is good. Hold on a minute. Here's the box.
I'm so glad it came before you went out to eat.
Okay. Oh, chocolate covered strawberries.
That's it.
Oh, thank you. I love these things. Oh my God, these are
I'm
so.
pretty sure that's from me, yeah.
I'm sure.
Does it say who did it on the front? What's the name of the place?
Chocolate covered company, it says.
I think that's, yeah, that's me. Yeah. It's, yeah, that's it, that's it.
These things are better than orgasms. They're really
Oh, you look good. And where do you get the chocolate that my friend Mark runs their business? And I've had it, it's absolutely delicious.
Thank you, Linda. That is so cool. I love those things.
When I think of you, I think of chocolate.
Oh, thanks. Ooh.
You and I got a thing for chocolate.
We got chocolate. That's right.
So do I.
So, oh, Gary says, so do
So
I.
do I, yeah.
He's a,
When I come to Chicago, we'll be hitting all the chocolate places.
oh my God, we'll have to go with Fannie Mae's. Okay. How about, don't say Godiva to me. All right, Emily L. Happy birthday, Mel. Thank you and Linda for all you do. Any insight into what happened to cause the plane crash in China? Also wondering how Boeing will do or if they will change after the Netflix documentary that exposed their ugliness and greed.
Wait, okay, what's the documentary?
It's evidently a Netflix documentary that exposes, I guess, greed going on in Boeing on Netflix. Boeing, yeah.
Oh, because I know that George Clooney is doing that show about Jim Jordan.
Anyway, she wants to know if we have any insight into the plane that crashed in China.
Yeah, it went straight down. Let me ask, okay? I saw a plane crash when I did my 2022 predictions. I saw a plane, and then I said, it's not the United States. I might have even said it was China. Let me look.
Uh,
Tell me why that plane crashed.
it just went straight down.
Like, really, they showed it. It was on YouTube. They showed what it had dropped. It had lost, you know, it had gone down, dropped. So those people were probably scared to death. And then it turned around and went straight down.
Yeah, Gary just said that it went straight down.
Nose first.
Wow. It almost sounds like maybe something on the tail could have jammed.
It's something within the plane. It's nothing untoward. Nobody did anything.
No, I don't see it as a suicidal pilot or anything like that.
No.
I think it was probably some kind of mechanical malfunction.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Oh, you know, fortunately, it was fast for those people.
They will find the mean. Look, I pulled this one, the moon, so they'll find out. That means things coming to the surface, so they'll find out what happened. And you know, some of it could be poor maintenance too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like this one. Mary Waldkin, this is really cool. Happy birthday. My autistic son has written 2 award-winning, she put mom bragging rights, books on conservation, and is now working on a book about animals that have gone extinct since the Ice Age. In his book, he is speculating about bringing some of these extinct animals back. In other words, de-extinction using saved DNA. I have 2 questions about this. Will we see this happening in our lifetime? I think it's happened already, actually.
I do too.
And do your guides think this is a good idea, or does it open a Pandora's box of problems, including the abuse of technology? Well, I think it's scientific, but if you're going to bring back a woolly mammoth, which they can do, you don't know what that animal ate. You don't know its patterns. You don't know anything like that.
I mean, if this happens, it's many years away, because I see even if they start creating them, they die real quick. And I don't know what that's about. Maybe they just breathe the air, and the air is so bad for them, they die. Because remember when a lot of those prehistoric animals were on Earth, we had didn't we have a lot of carbon monoxide?
No.
Or was it too much oxygen?
No,
Because they were big.
The atmosphere was the same as it is now, pretty much.
No, not according to science. I could be wrong, but they were talking about why these animals were so big.
I don't think that had to do with, you're probably thinking back even way before that, when there wasn't a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
When the reptiles ruled, I think the atmosphere was pretty much the same. They think that a meteor hit the Earth and it caused an extinction level event.
That's what, yeah.
But you know, here's what I think. I'm feeling that I'm thinking that they can probably bring back some of the animals that have gone extinct in our lifetime.
That's what I'm thinking too. You know, polar bears may be extinct before you know it.
Correct. And that would be great. You know, I'm sure that they have some of that saved DNA, so that wouldn't hurt. But if you're thinking about bringing back, like, you know, animals that went extinct due to natural selection and things like that, that could be a dangerous proposition.
Right.
I don't think it would be like the Nightmare of Jurassic Park, but
No.
All right.
Oh, there's a new Jurassic Park coming out. It looks fantastic.
But Mary, we want a copy of your son's book. That is so cool.
Yes, he sounds like a genius.
He is, I'm sure. Okay. I think we've already answered this, but we'll try it again. Carol Lamb, question. Will the conversations between Putin, she goes Putin, and 45 be revealed? This BS at 45 would have stood up to VP, just twist my knickers. Honey, it does more than twist my knickers. It twists a level of my anatomy that I can't talk about on YouTube.
Oh, he's just terrible. Do you remember that great movie, Something Wedding, something, where they were Australian? And she said, "You're terrible." She used to say that too.
Twist my knickers. I love that. I think a lot of those conversations will be revealed through a leak from Moscow and from here as well.
Oh, listen, Jimmy Carter said this was going to happen. How did he know? How's Jimmy Carter know? He announced that it will be found out that Donald Trump was an illegitimate president because of the help he received from Russia.
From Russia.
And Mueller got into it. It's going to be, I told this from the beginning when I first got in front of the camera in February of 2018. I said, mark my words, it will be found that Trump did not win, that he's an illegitimate president.
I remember you saying that. All the sound you're hearing in the background is my dog eating.
Oh, okay. Listen, I just got the thing, says your order has been delivered. It's Wolferman's. It's a specialty. They do springtime chocolate dip cheesecake bites.
Ooh. Well, I know what I'm having for dessert. Lucky's licking her bowl. It's in the middle.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Well, that too.
Oh, God.
Okay. So yes, the things about Vladimir Putin and Trump will come out. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Okay. Okay, here. Ooh, this is a good one too. Okay. Gail Swift Fernandez, happy birthday. She goes, how's it feel to be 29?
Mm-hmm. How'd she know?
Oh my God, she must be psyched.
And you're only 3 years older than me.
Right? Yeah, Linda's only 26.
Right.
All right. Here again, my question is about the oligarch's plane landing in Florida. Did he meet with 45? Oh, that's a good one. Are they planning some nefarious scheme?
No.
Stay at Mar-a-Lago.
No. No, he'd like to be president again, and he'll kiss their butts and he'll act like China and agree and tell them, yeah, get me in there again. But there's nothing they can do. Trump is
Even though the oligarch was on that plane, if he was, he might be going to ask he might be asked the U.S. for asylum.
Or he might be asking for his money back too.
You know what? I just had this big flash. I think some of those oligarchs are going to ask for asylum in this country.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And they'll get it because then they'll be able to spill a lot of the beans on Putin. How much you want
Well, let me tell you, the United States is working with some insiders right now.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what just hit me?
What?
Remember when earlier on in this show, we said a lot's going to be coming out that that Trump did collude with Putin, and what you just said about the presidency and all that. I think some of those oligarchs who are going to ask for asylum here are already talking about what happened, and that'll leak information as well. But
don't forget, Putin is getting ready to be taken down. So
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
But here's the other thing. The Russians, if they have to start this whole gig again, they're going to not want to deal with those oligarchs anymore. That could be another reason they're looking for asylum. It's not about Putin as much as that they're not welcomed anymore.
Well, you see my trip going to Croatia, so that kind of lets me know it's not going to spread.
Yeah.
But anyway, those
oligarchs. I remembered it's Muriel's wedding. Remember the sister said, "You're terrible."
Muriel. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Deborah Trovato asked, here's a question I love answered. January 6th rioter Evan Newman fled to Belarus to avoid charges in the States. How is he liking his decision now? Probably not.
Where did he go to?
Belarus, and they have that dictator who didn't win and said he won, and he's really tight with Putin, and things in Belarus. I think there's going to be a civil war there.
Okay.
And so I guess one of those people fled. Evan Newman fled to Belarus, and so I don't think he's having it so good there.
No, it doesn't look easy.
No.
I think I remember seeing that guy and knowing his time was short.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. Beth Abramson, happy birthday, Mel. Can you both read on the kidnapped Ukrainians who have been sent to camps in Russia? They have their phones and passport taken. Will they be returned safely?
Yes, but it's after we get in there and get rid of Putin.
Correct. I think some of them will escape too.
I see doors opening. I see prison doors opening. Because remember, I had that beautiful vision. I could see it as clear as day. Just like I saw people dancing in the street because Trump lost. But I saw Navalny standing outside in the sun, waving at everybody.
We have somebody, this is nice. Listen to this, Linda. Carrie Butcher, happy birthday, Mel. Hope you and Linda are having a great day. With much love from the UK. I enjoy watching you and Linda anytime. I'm deaf, so I cannot watch you both live as the captions don't come on until later. Keep safe. Isn't that cool?
Oh, hi, Carrie.
Hi, special hi to Carrie.
And thank goodness YouTube finally got off their duff and fixed that caption. I was putting closed captions and then they were giving me complaints. I'm like, but I did it.
Me too. I was like, I had the closed captions on and it's not working. But you know what, Carrie, you went a half-hour free session from me. So
now, but how do you read a deaf person on Zoom?
Well, I think you can do it by phone, and they have I think it's like I would talk like I'm talking to you, and then they have somebody that types it in, or they have somebody who translates by sign language.
It's very difficult because I had a woman that wanted a reading that was deaf. For some reason, she didn't even show on the day I called. I think she couldn't hear the phone, or she didn't have the assistance. It can be difficult,
yes,
but that's sweet of you. Let me know how you do, because I want to set something up.
Well, I have a client who's deaf too, and I've read her for years.
Yeah, but does she come in?
Sometimes, and then if we do it over the phone, I think it's called TDK. I forget what it's called, but there's an operator, and so the operator will say, "No, don't talk to me, talk to her." And so it's just like I'm talking to you.
There was this poor woman. She said maybe her daughter would be there, and it's just, oh gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get it arranged. But anyway, Carrie, call my office, 847-590-5411, or have somebody call for you, and we'll set it up.
That's so sweet.
I'll let you know. Okay. Oh, Francis Gaya. Happy birthday, Mel. What's happening to the 14,000 anti-war activists that are in the Russian prisons? Hopefully they're not being starved or mistreated. Well, I'm sure they're being mistreated.
They're being mistreated and they're hungry.
But you know what? I think a lot of those people that are watching over those prisons are also anti-war and anti-Trump. So, Lucky, stop. She's railing her bowl. She wants more food. Okay. We got time just for a few more. Hold on a minute. I'm just scrolling through these. Okay, here's one from Hawaii. It's in Hawaiian. Mikado. She says, "Let the light surround our brothers and sisters in Russia, Ukraine, and anywhere where people are suffering, so they can all resonate in love, bringing our collective energy to higher vibration and peace." Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
All right. Thank you, Mikado. A dog's friend. Happy birthday, Mel. Love, light, wishes for the best day ever. I had to throw the dog friend in there.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay. Here's a good one. Glenn Bird. Mel, I really like yours and Linda's readings. In the last few days, Ukrainian rail workers working with the military, reportedly rail workers from Belarus, have sabotaged rail lines the Russians are depending upon to resupply. Will this inhibit the Russians' inability to use artillery and rockets against the cities and finally bring about Putin's demise and withdrawal?
Well, besides shooting from a ship, which we're about ready to take care of that, the Russians are losing right now because even the towns they had circled, they're pushing them back. So it's probably because they're not getting the things they need.
And I think also that these people bombing the Ukrainians working with some of the people from Belarus, it will inhibit the Russians' ability to get supplies through and all of that.
Right.
So they'll continue to sabotage the rails.
Right.
That was a good question, Glenn. Okay. One more. Haiti B. Will WNBA player Brittany Griner be released from detention in Russia and return to the US soon, or will she be kept there as a political pawn as long as
She's a
possible?
political pawn right now. I can't guarantee when she's coming out, but let me tell you something. He better not hurt a hair on her head.
Oh, yeah.
Putin better not hurt a hair on her head. Poor baby. And I know she's got a lot to say when she gets out.
I just wonder if maybe they planted that on her, because you got to know better than to take like hash.
I know.
You know, something's not kosher with that.
And just like Navalny, you know, he's still alive only because Biden said, don't you do anything to him.
Right.
So
No, they're using her as a pawn. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay. Oh, this is a really good one. I
What?
love this. And this is the best. And what will happen with all of the senators that voted against giving aid to the Ukraine before the war, especially during the war, especially now that many of them criticized Biden for not giving enough aid?
Oh, they're so two-faced. And listen, you want to talk about two-faced? Have you watched the drama queens at that hearing? By the way, I'm not worried about her. She's going to become a justice.
Well, I see under the Biden administration, we're going to have at least 2 more justices. In
Right.
addition.
I think Thomas could be replaced next.
There's 2
Because
more.
I saw that. I saw Thomas going.
Because when they put Amy Coney Barrett on the court, and then, you know, I knew that they might have a majority briefly, but it wouldn't last.
No,
So
I knew that too.
I think within the next year or 2, Thomas will be replaced, somebody else. And I see the shift going back to a court that is at least nonpartisan in the middle of the road.
Right. But, you know, we just hope you're not going to make this out how you tore down Kavanaugh. Nobody tore him down. He tore him. I like beer.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How are they
This
tore
is
down?
a Clinton conspiracy. Really? I'm surprised he still got voted in.
Well,
And Chuck Grassley, who, by the way, showed up in a horse and carriage. Jesus Christ, he's so old. And no offense, but I love Dianne Feinstein. She's from my people. I've known her forever. But she's so, I mean, these poor people, maybe it's an easy job. And even if you're in your 90s, you can still work it and it's cool.
I don't know, but I think there comes a time when you got to pass it on to younger
Let
blood.
the young people get in there.
I agree.
Let the young people, like, I'll be honest with you, if something major happened right now, I've got a horrible hip. And if something major happened, I would say, leave me here, leave me to fight. You kids keep going.
Oh,
Because it doesn't matter. I mean, I've lived my life. I've had a good life. So, you know, it's like, let the youngsters come in and take
correct.
over.
Let some new blood take over.
Yes.
You know, a lot of those senators are going to get voted out.
Oh my God, if you heard, I was driving to, remember I told you I got dental work and I had to go to Costco. And I couldn't stand it. Cruz, oh my God.
Oh,
So self-absorbed. And he was going on about some school she had and the woke system and all this. And he really talks like nobody likes Cruz, not even the Republicans like him.
when Boehner resigned as Speaker of the House, he's like, I don't have to deal with the devil anymore. He was talking about Ted Cruz. And Ted Cruz actually thinks he's going to be president, but I don't ever see that.
Oh my God.
I mean,
And oh, by the way, Lindsey Graham, I haven't seen it yet. They're saying he was showing his ass. He really went off the deep end. People are thinking maybe he had been drinking.
he's such a chameleon, you know. I mean, he's a joke, but you know, those right-wing conservatives, you know, about the Cruz was asking about critical race theory.
Yeah.
And she said, you know, that I'll base whatever based on, I'll make my judgment based on the merit of the case and the arguments I hear.
That's what all she needed to say through that whole thing. And you know, when we try to ask every which way but loose what they always, especially that Amy Barrett, cold as a fish.
Oh, yeah.
I just go by the book. I just go by the book. No, you don't.
No, she didn't. But I see at least 2 or 3 more justices during the Biden term on the court. So good. And, you know, that's when it gets hairy, because that's when they're going to start complaining. I see another person that's from Spanish speaking community on the court, a woman. And I got a funny feeling at some point there'll be a gay justice as well.
I felt that this morning. I felt like an outwardly gay male was going to get in.
Right. And
oh my God, that's so funny you said that.
I hope he's got bling. I can say that, guys. I'm gay. Okay.
He's more like a bootylicious type gay.
Exactly.
He doesn't, people aren't afraid of him like the gay thing. He's very grounded and lovely and, you know, well put together, well educated.
In other words, he's not a flamer, okay?
He's not a flamer. He's not a flamer.
Say that. All right.
He doesn't show up with a bunch of jewelry and
he doesn't come with a tiara.
Hey, so I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
This coming week, the end of this week and next week, any kind of a hit, anything in the world, anything, it could be about the Ukraine or whatever, anything that you're feeling.
Oh, I just found something good. Hold on a second. Let me think. Well, I do think we'll get good news out of Ukraine, because I see money and weapons they'll need going there and pushing the Russians even.
I keep seeing a ship catch on fire, so I think they're going to hit a ship.
Right. So that, yes. As far as nuclear arms, no. I do see gas prices coming down a bit.
Okay, good.
And at least somebody coming forward, even President Biden, about, you know, curbing this inflation and the price gouging. So
the Dow Jones went up again today.
I was just going to say the stock market will go way up, then I'll have another little dip and keep kind of, so I'm not worried about that. You know, it's so sad what's going on in Ukraine, but if there's anything good coming out of it, at least Cheeto Head's not getting all the news. Yay.
Okay, good.
All right. Oh, here, anybody that wants to volunteer, here, Liz Linda, if you want to volunteer, come here to Germany, Berlin, Hamburg, Munich, or Hanover. From there, volunteers are sent to Poland by car, 1-day drive, or you can assist refugee organizations in Germany. Local requirements are changing rapidly. Momentarily, we are expecting 8 million refugees, according to our foreign minister. My question, what about Russian secret spies in Western countries? Can they do any harm? That is a good question.
That's a good question.
It's from, it looks like it's from somebody from Germany.
And we have some spies.
Well, you know, Putin has operatives working here. And I think they were high up in the government, and they were also sending information to Putin. So there
Just
are
like Trump and Jared and all they were sending information.
There are operatives here, absolutely. And there are operatives in Western countries as well.
Right.
But I'm sure that we have operatives there. So.
Well, do you think that they will hit us? That's what, and you know, the intel in the United States has been dead on right now. Do you think they're going to hit us pretty hard?
With cyber?
With banks, with, you know what I'm saying? The Biden is warning everybody, shore your banks, shore your computers up, because we're probably going to get hit.
I don't know how you shore up your computers. I wish I knew.
Well, to prevent from viruses from getting in. They can stop the water, they can stop the electricity. Do you feel we're going to get hit?
I'm sure they'll hit us, absolutely.
Let me look for next
Here's the deal. We can hit them too.
I know.
And we will.
Because Biden said, okay, we haven't hit them like we can. He said, if they hit us, we're going to come back on them 1,000-fold.
You know, the future wars will be cyber wars.
Yeah, let me look real quick. Hold on.
All right. Yep.
What's happening coming up?
That's what I feel too. Like they'll hit us, but it's not going to be the Armageddon, as you would say, the cyber Armageddon, like you would
No,
think.
it's not going to be.
It'll just be like more like a, I don't know. What's word?
Yeah, there will be an attempt, but they cut it. They cut it. There will be an attempt from Russia, but they cut it.
More like an inconvenience.
Yeah,
And you know, but if they do, oh, I pulled the devil on that one. Look at that.
oh, yeah.
Which means they won't win.
They won't win. And
well-
they're trying to do something underhanded and evil.
We'll break free from his fear.
Right.
They will try something underhanded, but then I pulled the Two of Pentacles. Look at that. So, you know, for a while it'll be kind of precarious. Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. But then look, it won't work because I pulled the World.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you pick up on it?
I just feel like they're going to try something now.
They
I've
will.
been saying that. I see a ship getting hit. It's huge news. And I see Russia's just going to keep what's happening is they're bombing so much and destroying, just destroying. Why do they even want Ukraine if they're destroying everything?
I'll tell you why. Because up until 8 years ago, they had a president there that was as crooked as a barrel of fish hooks, and he was totally pro-Putin. Putin put him in place. Then I think Zelensky came about and ran, and they said, no, we're ousting him because he did not win the election fair and square. They got rid of him. And I think Putin has just been stewing on that for the past 8 years. And so therefore, he's trying to get it even with Ukraine,
Right.
because they put somebody in he didn't want.
And also, this guy is popular and he had a TV show and he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Oh, you know, that just fries.
And this is Putin's way of getting even with Ukrainians. Like, let me just annihilate them.
There you go. That makes sense.
That's exactly what's going on. Okay. I didn't know Clarence Thomas was in the hospital, but
Yeah,
Sharon-
he was in the hospital.
Okay. This is a good question. We've already answered it, but I'm going to read it anyway. Is Clarence Thomas' current hospitalization the beginning of his much needed and overdue departure from the Supreme Court? The answer is yes. And she brings up a good point. Could this be a way for him to save face because he may have been asked to resign or could be soon?
I think he's been talked to.
I think you hit something, Sharon.
Yeah. But, you know, the Federalist Society doesn't want to get rid of him because he votes exactly how they need him to vote.
Right.
But I see Clarence Thomas is beyond stressed. He's really overwhelmed.
Oh, he is.
Not that he disagrees with his wife, but that it's all in writing in front of everybody. And I see Justice Roberts being very upset about it. You're making us look bad.
Thomas is going to be gone very, very soon.
Yeah. What about Roberts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also.
I'm feeling his health isn't that good either.
Okay. One more. This is good.
Okay.
Tia Pickerel asks, is Spirit supportive of light workers getting involved in politics and running for office? The answer to that is yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Many light workers feel that spirituality and politics can't mix well. I disagree with that.
Well, yeah, it's very hard to remain in the light when you're dealing with the dark.
Correct. But
It's like being in show business, you know, there's a lot of backstabbing and stuff. It's hard to maintain.
there's
that
some very
level of-
nice people in show business too.
Oh, yes. I'm not saying they're not nice, but those people with the money can be very underhanded.
I know.
Even the people we love in the government, when it comes to money, it's a horse of a different color.
Well, I see people retaining their spirituality and getting in some high level government positions. So good.
Well, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. I've got to say thank you to the people at Mykonos restaurant here. We had dinner there last night and the owner, Athena, sat with us. She brought me a bottle of champagne and she gave me a nice dessert. And she used to work in marketing, and we were having this conversation about stars, and it was a wonderful conversation. Great restaurant. When you come here, I'm going to take you.
Okay, sounds good.
And she's going on the Croatia tour with us. So
Awesome.
Anyway,
Awesome.
you should come.
When is it?
July the 20th.
This July?
This July.
Oh, I gotta check it out. I might be able to do it. I gotta tell my sister wanted to come, but I think you got booked up or something.
Well, I've got a few openings. You know, there's one in August, but a few people cancel because they're fearful of the war. I'm not fearful of that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5 countries away. It's not going to spill over to Croatia. It'll be safe.
Right.
Anyway.
I'll see you in May for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I'm gonna see you in September, and then you and your husband have set something up for me to come work.
We're setting something up.
Chicago.
So good. All right, sweetie. Thank you.
Namaste.
My birthday. Thanks to all my supporters, and thanks to your supporters. And what a great way to spend my birthday with all of you. So
It was wonderful. Happy birthday.
aloha. Thank you.
You look good too, by the way.
Well, thanks. Oh, yeah, my eyes not all.
Your cheeks are rosy. You look good.
It's because I had a vodka and talk. No, I didn't.
Oh. Okay, honey.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
All right. Bye.